Hey, I wanted to talk about velocity banking and lines of credit. Specifically, segregation of income is something you may run into when you're watching these YouTube videos. But first, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing what I've learned over the past year, and I think it's good wisdom to get out here and to share with people. I think it would help a lot of people with their budgets and paying off debts. So, segregation of income is where you have too many lines of credit going at the same time. And so your income is being split up amongst those lines. And that's just not very efficient with velocity banking. What you need to do is try to get yourself into one line of credit and pay that with all of your income, put it in there, pay the minimums on everything else until you can afford to move those things into the line of credit. And then you rinse and repeat. So for example, if your line of credit's 40,000 and you've got 6 credit cards that are all about $1,000 each or something, just for simple math, as you put your income into your line of credit and you pay it down enough where you have room to move one of those $1,000 cards in, move the 1,000 card into the line of credit. Now that credit card's paid off, leave it open, but don't use it. Focus all of your income back into the line of credit. And so that's going to cause you to pay the least amount of interest because you're dumping all of your income in, satisfying that minimum payment for the HELOC while you're paying down the principal. So your average daily balance is going to be really low compared to how much you're using. The more that you do this, the more efficient that you get. Me personally, in the last year, I've paid off $70,000 in credit cards and loans. And I think this is something people need to learn and know how to use. Learning the concepts and understanding what I'm talking about and watching velocity banking on other YouTube channels and understanding the concepts, that's one thing, but actually implementing it is something totally different. So, if you try to share this with other people, a lot of times people will understand, they'll know what you're saying, but then after a while, they just kind of gloss over because it's hard for them to think about how they would change their strategy of where their money goes. Most people leave all their money in their checking account and then just pay all of the bills until they're broke and have enough money to run on the week or whatever. Velocity banking is just moving all of your money into the line of credit and then paying everything from there. It's making one move. Just change where your money is. Move it to the line of credit.